Today, I combine the greatest shooter of all time, Steph Curry, with one of the worst shooters of all time, Ben Simmons. Meet Steph Simmons, the 6'10" point guard who can score inside, defend at a high level, and shoot the three. I put Steph Simmons in the 2011 NBA draft, and I removed Steph Curry from the league to avoid any confusion. Let's get this video started with the draft lottery. See who lands the number 1 pick and has a chance at adding Steph Simmons. It's going to be the Toronto Raptors. And trust me, Simmons will be going number 1 overall. He is a Raptor. Welcome to Toronto, Steph. Immediately, Steph Simmons comes in as the best player in the entire association at a 99 overall. And we'll take a quick look at the stats and badges before we get the season started. Check it out, man. A inside scoring, A plus mid-range, A plus 3. Pretty much all A's and A pluses across the board. And if you're wondering how I created this player, I went through the stats, tendencies, and badges of both Steph Curry and Ben Simmons. And whoever had the higher stat, tendency, or badge in each category, I threw onto this player. So you are getting the defense of Ben Simmons, which should really help. And plus, you're getting the shooting of Steph Curry, which we know is going to make this player absolutely overpowered, especially in a 6'10" frame. Check out all the badges as well, man. Just absolutely ridiculous. 55 badges total. But that's enough talking. Let's get Steph Simmons' rookie season started. Season number 1 is wrapped. There goes LeBron with an MVP. Steph Simmons getting off to a hot start, averaging 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. Honestly, I expected him to win MVP in his rookie season, but I believe the reason he didn't is because the team was trash. He made All NBA first team, but we only won 40 games, missing out on the postseason. Now, this does give us an opportunity to add some more talent via the draft lottery, so that's good. The 2012 draft does have AD, so I wouldn't mind getting the number 1 pick, pairing up Steph Simmons and Davis, but yeah, with a 0.5% chance that wasn't happening. We're staying at number 14. I'm guessing we're not drafting anybody crazy here. We get Terrence Ross. Team pretty much looks the same headed into season number 2 for Steph Simmons. He did develop some more badges. He's up to 62 badges total. So that should help our guy as he heads into year 2. There we go, Steph Simmons. He wins an MVP in season number 2. Numbers jumped up across the board. And this year the team was way better. We won 51 games after completely missing out on the postseason last year. So a huge improvement for not only Steph Simmons, but for the team as a whole. And in round 1, we'll be taking on the Pacers. They picked up Junkyard Dog in free agency. They also have a young Paul George. Not a bad team at all. But we've got a 3-1 lead on them. They'll win game 5 and 6. Steph Simmons, we can't blow a 3-1 lead in the first playoff series of your career. That would actually be tragic. There we go. We came to play in game 7. We're moving on to the second round. Steph Simmons averaged a triple-double in round 1. Shot 100% from the free throw line. And next up, we got the Chicago Bulls. This is going to be a tough one. Steph Simmons versus Derrick Rose. A battle of the point guards. And I have to say, the supporting cast around Rose is a lot better than the supporting cast around Steph Simmons, making this a difficult series. We'll win game 1 though, and 2. Are you kidding me? We're up 3-0? We just swept the Bulls. Are you serious, man? Now here goes another tough opponent. It's the Miami Heat, the Big 3 Heat. And we win game 1. They'll take game 2 and 3, but we win game 4. So we're all tied up, headed into game 5 here. If we win this series, we advance to the finals. And winning this game 5 would be huge for our momentum. And it looks like the guys are gonna get the win. One more win and we'll be in the NBA final. It's a close game so far. Heat are creating some separation in the final quarter, and they're gonna manage the win. Steph Simmons played really well, but Miami, they just played a good game as a team. So now we are headed to a winner go home game 7. Steph Simmons versus LeBron James here. And this one's coming down to the final minutes. We've got a 5-point game here, 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. We're sitting on a decent lead and we have possession of the ball. So we just have to play okay basketball to close out this game, and we should be able to get the dub. It's going to go down to Calderon. Jose's layup is off. I don't know why we're shooting that. That's a low quality shot early in the shot clock. Now Boris Diaw is going to get to the basket. He missed that. Now here comes Steph Simmons, the super tall point guard. He'll swing it over to Smith. Smith gives it to Calderon, who's defended by LeBron. Why is Jose Calderon defended by James? There's Steph Simmons open off the feed from Calderon, and he'll knock down the shot. He's got 39 in this one. He's ready to punch his ticket to his first NBA Finals. And for the Miami Heat, they got to get something going quick. There's a turnover from James. Steph Simmons with a fast break opportunity. He'll pull a midi and knock it down. Are you kidding me? Things are looking bad for James and the Heat. They're down by 10. LeBron will get to the basket for a layup. If the Heat can put together a couple stops here, they might have a small chance, but it looks like we're good here. I don't want to speak too soon, but we're looking pretty good. Jarrett Jack with the rock. There's Steph Simmons. Oh my goodness. A takeover in the fourth quarter here. I mean, in just the 1 minute we were watching this game, we saw him score 8 points. In total in the fourth, he's got 18, and it looks like Steph Simmons is headed to the NBA Finals, finishing this game off with 46 points. And in the finals, we'll be taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. If we just beat the Big Three Heat, I'd be shocked if we lose to this team. Game 1 will go to us. We're up 2-0. They'll get a win in Game 3 and 4. My bad, Portland. I underestimated y'all. Headed into Game 5, we are tied up at 2 apiece. And it looks like, oh my gosh, we almost lost that game. They came back in the last couple seconds, but we do end up getting the win there by 1 point. And now we can close it out in Game 6. But the Blazers came to play here. They've got a big lead. Dominant effort from Portland. They blew us out in this one. So we're going 7 with the Blazers. NBA title on the line. Game 7 of the finals. And we've got a 4-point game with 38 seconds left. Let's jump in. We currently have the lead and the ball. So if we can get one more bucket, we'd be in a really good spot. Ball will be thrown away on the inbound, and now the Blazers get a free dunk. Oh no. That was exactly what not to do on the inbound there. And now we need a bucket. Here comes Steph Simmons, and he'll get the 2 points right back. Great answer from our guy. This man is unstoppable. In these hopping games so far, he's been an absolute dog, bro. Up by 4 points, just do not let up a 3. Greg Oden into Wesley Matthews. Matthews in the corner here is attacking the basket. He gives it out to Brandon Roy. Roy will get the screen from Batum. Now it goes down to Aldridge. Aldridge in the post. The layup is off. He gets his own board, goes back up, and gets the second effort to go. But as long as we give it into Steph Simmons for the clutch free throws, we should be fine here. It'll go into Simmons, and yeah, he'll knock these down. First one for Steph is good. Second one for Steph is also good. 4-point lead, about 13 seconds left. One more stop, and it looks like Steph Simmons will be winning his first title. Greg Oden is inbounding the ball. It'll go into Matthews. Why are we leaving him wide open? He missed. Okay, we're out of here, man. That is championship number 1 for Steph Simmons in season number 2. It was an incredible playoff run. We saw some signature playoff moments from Steph Simmons. He was incredible. He took over in Game 7 against the Heat. We saw a big bucket here in Game 7 against the Blazers. Overall, just a great run. And if that's any indication of how this video is about to go, we could see Steph Simmons become the greatest to ever do it. Because if you're doing things like that in year 2, the sky is the limit as your career goes on. And considering we kept the core together, I don't see why we can't go for 2 in a row. There goes Steph Simmons with back-to-back MVPs, nearly averaging a triple-double. He was off by 0.1 assist. I know bro was stat padding for assists in the last game of the season. Also, Simmons makes all defensive first. He does have the defense of Ben Simmons, so you see why he would make those all defensive teams. I know it's kind of popular to hate on Ben Simmons now, but let's not act like he's not a good defender when he's out there on the floor and, you know, isn't sitting on the bench wearing his Louis Vuitton jackets and stuff. Round 1, we're going to be taking on the Philadelphia 76ers, and we beat them in 5. Round 2, it'll be the Miami Heat. We beat this team before, but every time I see them, I'm still a little scared. I mean, it's a good roster, but somehow we always find a way. We beat them in 6, and next up, it'll be the Pacers. We played them last year and won, so I don't see why we wouldn't beat them again, especially with our championship experience. That's a sweep. We're back in the finals, taking on the T-Wolves. Kyrie and K-Love, the Minnesota Cavs. Game 1 will go to the T-Wolves. We win game 2 and 3, and they'll take game 4, so we're all tied up at 2 apiece, headed into game 5. Real quick, if you're enjoying the video so far, I really appreciate it if you consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 50K. Thank y'all so much for all the support on the channel as of late, and it looks like this game 5 is pretty close. 5-point game, minute 38 remaining. Let's jump in. It's DeMar DeRozan at the foul line right now. DeRozan first free throw is good. It's weird when you jump in the game and somebody's shooting free throws, but he makes both, and now we've got a 7-point lead. Just play decent hoops and we should be able to get this win. Kyrie Irving down to Dion for the dunk. That was a great feed. He caught Dion right in stride and Dion dunked it. Here comes Steph Simmons with the ball. Simmons getting downhill. Short jumper off. That was a clean look. Surprised he missed it. And now the Timberwolves kind of see an open door here. They've got an opportunity. Only down by 5. Still over a minute left. Irving's taking its time here. He'll get the screen from Drummond. Kyrie down to Drummond on the roll. Oh no. It's a 3-point game. Timberwolves getting some offense going in the clutch. We need to get some offense going. Come on, Raptors. Simmons will get the screen from Bargnani. Steph Simmons to the basket for the slam. That's the Ben Simmons dunk package. Oh, man. And now we've got a 5-point lead. That was a momentum shifter from Steph Simmons. A timely bucket for sure. Ball will go out to Waiters. Waiters to K-Love. K-Love just standing on the 3-point line. He finds Kai for a 3-ball. Irving misses, and that might just do it. Steph Simmons is going to get fouled, and I think that'll seal the deal here in Game 5. Simmons just continues to show up when his team needs him. 39 points in this game. And now we can close out the Timberwolves here in Game 6. Now, typically our team doesn't play well in these Game 6s and we end up going 7. We saw that a lot last year in the playoffs, but it looks like this time the guys are showing up. Okay, never mind. We had a great first half, completely have melted down in the second half. The T-Wolves have outscored us 32-15 in the fourth quarter, but nonetheless, it's still a close game. We're down by 2 points here. Minute 29 remaining. We've got a chance to win this one on our home floor. Simmons to the basket. Layup is good. We've got a tie game. Now we just got to put together some stops and get some buckets of our own. Here comes Kyrie Irving bringing up the ball. Great defense from Steph Simmons. He's got the size and the strength to defend guards and really lock them down. Ball will go to Waiters. Now it goes back to Irving. Not much time on the shot clock here for Kyrie to make a move. Great defense from Simmons. Jared Dudley is going to have to shoot it. 3-ball is up. Dudley misses. Love the rebound. He fakes out our defense and gets the layup to go, giving the Timberwolves a 2-point lead here. All right, Steph, we need one. We're down right now. Simmons at the top of the key, looking to make a move on Kyrie. We'll get the screen from Bargnani. Simmons attacking the basket. Beautiful pass out to Bargnani. Now it'll go to Calderon. Calderon to Corey Maggette. Not much time on the shot clock here. Maggette might have to shoot it. He's going to pull, miss Bargnani, the tip slam. And we are all tied up. 33 seconds left. This is some of the best gameplay I've had in a video in a minute. We've gotten a lot of great hopping games thus far. Here comes Kyrie Irving with the ball. Irving at the foul line here, getting clamped by Steph Simmons. He can't go anywhere. One of the greatest dribblers of all time can't find a way to shake Steph Simmons. Now it'll go to K-Love. Now it goes out to Irving. Now it'll go to Dudley. Dudley from deep, and it's good. Are you kidding me? Jared Dudley from way downtown. And the Timberwolves have a 3-point lead. What in the world? So now we need a 3 to force overtime. It'll go into Steph Simmons. Simmons fakes a couple times. He's doubled, and Kyrie Irving forces the jump ball. Man, I think Simmons had somebody open for a 3-2. He should win this jump ball. It'll go to Nash. Nash over to Ross. Terrence Ross for 3, and it's good. 1.7 remaining. That gives the T-Wolves enough time to game us at the buzzer, but we could have overtime here. Andre Drummond into Waiters from near half court, and he misses. So we've got OT. And in overtime, with a minute left, we're up by 3 points. Now let's try and expand this lead as we do have possession of the ball. Steph Simmons going to work on Kyrie here. We'll get the screen from Bargnani. Simmons down to Bargnani. What a pass. And Bargnani will dunk it home. 5-point lead. Minnesota needs to get something going. It'll go into Kyrie Irving. Irving attacking the basket. Jumper is good. That's a quick answer for Minnesota. All right, Steph, what you got here? It's currently a 1-possession game. A bucket would make it a 2-possession game. Simmons will get the screen from Bargnani. Step back 3, and it's off. Uh-oh, the door is open for Minnesota as Dion Waiters brings it up. Waiters to the basket. Out to Kevin Love. Love will ball fake. Gives it to Landry Fields. Fields finds Kyrie wide open, and Irving knocks it down. Big shot from Kyrie. Looking like Jared Dudley knocking down the clutch 3 there. Kyrie's got 44 in this game. It's a team record. And now with 18 seconds remaining, we can hold for the final shot. Tie ball game here. Either we go to double OT and make this a marathon of a game, or we win it at the buzzer. Steph Simmons gets the screen from Bargnani. Simmons, long fading 3, and it's off. Oh my gosh, the Timberwolves got bored, and they have enough time to get a bucket here and win this game. 0.6 left is enough to get a shot off. Things just got interesting here in Toronto in this game 6. Or, well, things have been interesting, but you get what I'm saying. Drummond inbounding the ball here. It'll go into K-Love. Love pulls the 3 and misses. We've got double overtime. And in double overtime, the Timberwolves have really outplayed us. They outscored us by 7 points so far. 56 seconds left. We might have a slight chance to get back in it, but we're going to need to play really well. Nash will give it into DeRozan, and we call timeout for whatever reason. We can't really afford to waste timeouts, but that's 2K being 2K. For some reason, they just call timeouts for no reason in this game. Here we go. It'll go into DeRozan. Now it goes to Ross. Now to Bargnani. Now it'll go to Curry. Simmons will pull the 3, and he misses. And it looks like this game is over with. The Timberwolves will give it down to Drummond. Drummond misses the layup, but I think that's going to do it. The double overtime thriller ends with a Timberwolves win, and we're going 7 here in the finals. Shout out to Kyrie, an incredible performance, 48 points. So it all comes down to this, game 7 of the finals. Last year, we won a game 7 in the finals. Let's see if we can do it again. Nope, it looks like this time the Timberwolves will get the best of us, and Steph Simmons kind of put up a stinker for his standards. 7 turnovers, 5 of 13, and K-Love went crazy. T-Wolves win the chip. Kyrie is named your finals MVP. That was a hard-fought battle with the Timberwolves. A really fun series, to say the least. And now we're headed into year 4 for Steph Simmons. He's looking to bounce back, coming off of that devastating finals loss. LeBron James wins an MVP, so Steph Simmons couldn't go for 3 in a row, but he does win his first DPOY of his career, and he averaged a triple-double this season, so not too shabby from Steph Simmons, if I do say so myself. It was kind of a bad season here in Toronto, though we only won 43 games, but back during this time of the NBA, the standings were based on division, and because of that, we ended up with the 3 seed. Round 1, we got the Orlando Magic, and we're going 7 in the first round. The Magic do have Prime Dwight. Yeah, this is going to be tough, but we just made the finals last year. Did y'all really think we were going to lose in round 1? Next up, it'll be the Chicago Bulls. We're up 3-2, and we beat them in 6, so we're back in the conference finals. Despite a bad regular season, only winning 43 games, we've got a chance to go to the finals for the 3rd year in a row, but we're going to have to get past the Miami Heat, which is definitely easier said than done. We're up 2-1 though. They'll tie it up at 2 apiece. They win game 5, and we lost in 6. I had a feeling after that mediocre regular season, this just wasn't our year, and the Heat go on to win the title. So now headed into year 5 with the Raptors, we need to bounce back. It was a bad regular season last year. I'd like if we were better during the regular season for sure, and hopefully we can make it back to the finals and win a title. Steph Simmons is back at it, winning another MVP as he averages a triple-double for the second straight season. Josh Smith won DPOY? That's crazy. Steph Simmons was on all defensive first, though, and our team won 46 games, a little bit better than last year, but not much better. We're the 6th seed. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Wizards with John Wall and Nick Young, and we got beaten 5. Steph Simmons was good in round 1, really efficient from the field in 3, but that wasn't enough. At this point, Simmons is headed into year 6 of his NBA career. Currently, he has 1 chip, 3 MVPs, a Finals MVP, a DPOY, 5 All-Star appearances, and 5 All-NBA first team appearances, so he's not doing bad at all. He is thinking about the idea of testing free agency, which I wouldn't be opposed to. I mean, you all see the team, it's not great with all due respect. But if Steph is going to leave Toronto, it'd be nice to see him win at least one more championship for the Raptors before leaving the team. Steph Simmons, another MVP. He nearly averages a triple-double. This is the second time that's happened where he was right there when it came to averaging a triple-double, but just 0.1 assists per game short. Come on, man. You might as well just start stat padding to get those extra assists. He also makes all defensive first, and this year we won 44 games, making us the 7th seed. Another mid-season for the team. Round 1, we got the Cavs. Oh my gosh. They've got Clay, they've got Joker, they've got Tony Parker, Cash Money Chris, Julian Wright. That squad is very well-rounded, but we just swept them. Okay, so we're moving on to round 2 against the Wizards. This team beat us last year, and they're going to do it again. Steph Simmons carried in the playoffs, and it's clear he's tired of carrying and losing in the postseason. He needs some help, and if the Raptors aren't going to give it to him, he's ready to get out of here, at least potentially. He's saying it's too early to say right now, but I'm definitely interested in seeing what I'm worth on the open market. Now, let's be honest, Steph Simmons will be getting a bag out there in free agency. There'll probably be a ton of teams willing to offer him. Wait, now he changed his mind. He wants a contract extension. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to force Steph Simmons to test free agency unless we make the conference finals this season at the very least, because this team has been bad for quite some time. I don't think it makes a ton of sense for him to stick around. Steph Simmons, another MVP, but at this point, these awards don't even matter if he can't get it done in the NBA playoffs. And this year, I think we'll have a better chance to actually win a ring, as we won 52 games on the season. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Charlotte Hornets, and we beat them in 6. Round 2, it'll be the Wizards. We've lost to this team so many times, and it's going to happen again. Yeah, Steph, it's time to get out of here, bro. You're going to be testing free agency. Now, let's see where our guy Steph Simmons is headed. The Denver Nuggets have thrown out a 4-year max offer, and Simmons is interested. Wait, that offer's gone. So now we're going to have to wait and see if anybody else comes through with the money. It took a while, but eventually Steph Simmons ended up signing with the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks have Josh Smith, Dante Green, ISO Joe, who's old at this point. They've got Lonzo off the bench, Markieff Morris. Not a crazy team, but at least he'll get a chance to play alongside another 90-plus player in Dante Green, and he gets to play with Steph Curry with a 40-inch vertical, Lonzo Ball. I'm pretty hopeful for this season. Dante Green's been putting up good numbers in Atlanta. You pair him with Steph Simmons, they should be able to do some damage. Steph Simmons with an MVP award. He averaged 31, 11, and 11 in his first year in Atlanta. And the Hawks, they were incredible. 58 wins on the season. That's what I'm talking about. We're the number 1 seed in the East headed into the playoffs. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Celtics. Don't lose to the Celtics. We're down 3-2. Oh my gosh. Here we go, 2K. Now y'all are about to start trolling me. Who do the Celtics have? They've got Porzingis, so 2K got the script. They have like every big man in the game. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we shouldn't have lost to this team. That's the bottom line. I guess it's back to the drawing board in the offseason. We won all those regular season games just to lose to the 8th seed. That's actually so tragic. Now, luckily, Lonzo Ball's getting a little bit better. Hopefully that'll help us as we head into year 2 in Atlanta for Steph Simmons. This regular season was something special for Steph Simmons. The numbers we've kind of grown accustomed to. He puts up crazy numbers. But let me show y'all how the team did. That's what made this season special. We won 66 games on the year. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Don't do this again. Okay, we beat them in 6. Next up, it'll be the Boston Celtics. They beat us last year, and this time we'll beat them in 6. And in the conference finals, we got Cleveland. We faced this team before when Steph was with the Raptors, and they've gotten even better since because Jokic has hit his prime. We win game 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, they'll get a win in game 4 and 5. Don't do this. Oh no, we're going 7. Steph Simmons, you better not blow a 3-0 lead here. You've got to be kidding me. We didn't even put up a fight in game 7. That's right, Shams. The Cavaliers blow out the Hawks 121-96. Boring! Exclamation point. You're right, Shams. It was boring. I'm disappointed in the team. Steph Simmons was the only guy who really showed up for us. Bro, that's just bad. We just blew a 3-0 lead. First team in NBA history to ever do that. And now Dante Green's regressing. He's the second best player here in Atlanta, so that's not good. Steph Simmons, another MVP. He's a regular season fraud. Let me tell you all that, because I guess a playoff fraud. I phrased that the wrong way. Basically what I'm saying is he plays well in the regular season and then sells in the playoffs. Or maybe he doesn't even sell in the playoffs. His team just sells in the playoffs. Well, what am I talking about? Who knows? Let's just get the playoffs started. Round 1, we're taking on the Nets. We sweep them. We're the number 1 seed, by the way. We won 60 games. Round 2, it'll be the Hornets. And okay, I should have slowed it down. But we lose in 7 because what's new? Another Steph Simmons playoff L added to the resume. And now Simmons is entering the last year of his deal, so he'll have the chance to test free agency once again. From this point on, I'm going to let him do what he wants to do in terms of free agency. I forced him to leave the Raptors earlier, but moving forward, I'm just going to let him do his thing. Dante Green goes down to an 85 overall. That's not good at all. Brandon Roy's still here. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice. He's down to a 76. I was looking to see if we had any interesting young players on the team. Doesn't really look like we have any great young talent outside of Lonzo Ball. But let's jump into the 2021-22 season where Steph Simmons will be on the final year of his contract with the Hawks. Steph Simmons' MVP streak is over as Luka had to go get one. Y'all know it's Luka Doncic. He's going to get those MVPs. Steph Simmons, of course, was on All-NBA first. Numbers look great, and he signed an extension to remain in Atlanta for 4 more seasons. We won 53 games on the year, making us the number 3 seed. And before we jump into the playoffs, can Lonzo play the 2? He can, because I want him in the starting lineup. He's way better than Kevin Huerter. I just feel like it makes a lot more sense to have Zoe starting alongside Simmons. But in round 1 of the playoffs, we'll be taking on the Pistons, led by Anthony Davis. Oh no. Yeah, this is going to be a tough series right here. AD's a 99 and we're down 3-1 to him. We lose in 5. It's over with. AD packs us up. He went crazy in round 1. Steph Simmons got outplayed, and I feel like you can't really say that for many of the series that Simmons has participated in throughout his career. Was that a Reggie Jackson Conference MVP? That's crazy, man. So it looks like Steph Simmons will be here in Atlanta for the long haul as he signed that extension with the team. So hopefully the squad can maybe pick up some new talent or not. Yeah, that works too. The Joker taking home an MVP. So Steph Simmons' era of dominance might be over with. I mean, he's on the second team this year. Are we seeing the fall off starting? I would hope not. I mean, he's only, 31 years old? Now, speaking of falling off, the team is in the play-in right now. Hopefully we can make the playoffs. We do. We're the 7th seed, taking on the Celtics in round 1. Celtics have Mikal, Reggie, KP, Steven Adams. Honestly, not a crazy team on paper, in my opinion, but apparently apparently they're better than us because we got swept in round 1. Steph Simmons is out of here. Only one championship so far in this video is really disappointing from Steph Simmons, to be totally honest with you guys. You're talking about a 99 overall with a ton of badges. Great size at the point guard spot at 6'10", but yet he just can't seem to win a lot of championships. Now, I understand the supporting cast on the teams he's been on have not been very good, but like that year where we blew a 3-0 lead, I feel like stuff like that is just a bad look, you know what I mean? But there's still some time for Simmons to add more rings to his resume, so hopefully he can lock in. Luka Doncic with an MVP. There goes Wembanyama, and the Cavs winning Rookie of the Year and Sixth Man of the Year. Wait, do the Cavs still have Jokic? They do. Wemby and Jokic would be ridiculous. Anyway, Steph Simmons makes second team, but this year the team was trash with 36 wins. Did we even make the play-in? No, we did not. But I'm not too mad at that because that means we could have a chance at landing a top pick, which could be exactly what we need to get some more talent on the team. We've got a 6% chance at number 1. We're going to need a little bit of luck, but hey, maybe the lottery balls will bounce in our favor. Okay, they didn't. We fell all the way to 10. Thanks 2K. Alright, there's always a chance we trade the pick for a star, or maybe not a star, it's the 10th pick, but there's always a chance we trade the pick for somebody decent. Oh, we actually did trade our pick. We traded it for the 9th pick and Thad Young. We traded our pick next year as well? Oh gosh. This Hawks front office is absolutely cooked. Welcome to the team, Kel Ware. He comes in at a 74. Oh, dude. And I know I said earlier I'm going to let Steph Simmons do what he wants to do in terms of free agency, but let's be honest. There is an obvious decision that he should make when his free agency comes up in a couple years, and that's to leave the Atlanta Hawks. So I'm going to be forcing him to leave this squad. He's talking about, well, I'd like to start working on the details of a contract extension. Why? This team is garbage. Unless things get drastically better, I'm going to force him to leave. LaMelo Ball with an MVP for the Detroit Pistons. Steph Simmons back on All-NBA first team. Numbers have dropped off kind of significantly since the years he was winning MVP. And another year out of the postseason, 35 wins. Unless we draft a franchise-changing prospect, it looks like I'm going to be forcing Steph Simmons to leave this team. I mean, there's always the chance we get the number 1 pick. Oh wait, no there isn't because we traded it. I forgot about that. This Hawks front office is really frustrating me. We have Miles Turner now. We traded Lonzo. I was excited because I thought we still had Lonzo too, but yeah, this team is still really bad. Z with an MVP. Steph Simmons on first team, but guess what? The team was still garbage. 44 wins. We did make it into the play-in, so that's exciting. We don't make the playoffs though, so Steph, it's time to get out of here, man. I was excited initially when he came to Atlanta. We had some good regular seasons early on in the video, but ultimately the Hawks tenure was not a good one for Steph Simmons at all. 0 championships won. But now he's headed into free agency and he's got an offer from the Sixers. Oh, he's got another from the Rockets too. He likes both of these. And Steph Simmons is going to Philadelphia, which is funny because Ben Simmons played in Philly in real life. And this is a decent squad. We got Steph Simmons. Darius Garland is here as well. RJ Barrett, Dylan the Villain. We've got Derek Lively. And I guess I'll move Steph Simmons over to the power forward, which might sound weird, but we don't really have any good fours and we have good players at the other positions. And since Simmons is 6'10", he has the versatility to play at the 4. This is a nice squad though. I'm really hoping that Steph Simmons can make some noise here in Philly. Steph Simmons is back to win an MVP. His first year in Philadelphia was an exciting one as we won 57 games. We're at the top of the Eastern Conference, and in round 1 we'll be taking on the Pacers. It's a sweep. Round 2 we got the Charlotte Hornets. We beat them in 5. Oh man, Steph Simmons is back. No, he isn't. We lost to the Magic. They've got Sabonis, Ant, Chet, D Rose, Franz. Buzelli. This team is insane. Well, at least we lost to a good basketball team. We made it pretty far in the playoffs. I should have slowed it down once we got to the conference finals, but I didn't, and we lost to the eventual champion. But you know what? Year one was a fun one for Steph Simmons in Philadelphia. I think that we can build off of this and continue to be better. Some guys on the team are improving. They're going up in overall. This is different than when we were in Atlanta and a lot of the guys were regressing. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins an MVP, but Steph Simmons and the Sixers were doing their thing. I mean, Simmons definitely took a step back in year 17, but that's fine. He's old. We still won 57 games because the supporting cast around him is elite. In round one of the playoffs, we'll be taking on the Wizards. We sweep them. Round two, it's going to be the Indiana Pacers. We beat them in 5. And conference finals, here's our rematch against the Magic. This team is absolutely loaded. Game 1 of the series will go to us. They win the next 2. They win the next 3. We'll win game 5 and 6. All right. Steph Simmons with a chance to make it back to the finals here and also make a 3-1 comeback. So this is a big game 7 and we get the dub. Steph Simmons is back in the finals. Finally, we get to see him competing for the Larry O'Brien once again, and we're going to be taking on a good Blazers team. Game 1 of the series will go to Portland. We'll take game 2 though. They win game 3 and 4. But we take game 5 and we lose it in 6. Derek White averaged how many points? Oh my gosh. So our run ends in disappointment, losing in the finals in 6. And Steph Simmons is running out of time to add more rings to his resume. He's headed into year 18. So he's got to make the most of this opportunity here with the Philadelphia 76ers. The Joker with an MVP here. And Steph Simmons did not make All-NBA this season. The fall off is crazy. However, we still won 50 games. In round 1, we'll be taking on the Bucks. We beat them in 6. Round 2 to be the Cavs. We're down 3-2 and we win game 6. So we're going 7 here. Dude, they have Tatum, Wemby, and Cat. It's over. We're losing in this game 7, man. That team is ridiculous. Wait, we're winning by a lot, too. We're going to the conference finals. Darius Garland, 37. Steph Simmons, nowhere to be found. 7 points. Next up, it'll be the Raptors. They've got Scotty Barnes, Cade. A solid team, but nowhere near as good as the Cavs. They win game 1. We'll take game 2. They win game 3. We'll win game 4. They take game 5, and we lose in 6. Steph Simmons only 12 points in game 6. And the Rockets win the chip led by the Joker. We took down that crazy Cavs team too. And then we end up losing in the next round. And now Steph Simmons is set to hit free agency. I didn't force him to test free agency. I guess he just wanted to. And he's got a lot of offers. Steph Simmons is taking his talents to South Beach. I don't know about leaving Philadelphia. I feel like we had a good thing going, but maybe the Heat have some really good players. They do have DeAndre Ayton and Isaiah Collier, so I'll leave Steph Simmons at the 4 because I think that makes sense. We'll have Collier play point guard. Not a crazy team by any means, but not horrible. And Simmons only signed a 2-year contract here with the Heat, so he could end up with another team a little bit down the line, unless he retires. Cooper Flagg winning an MVP, and I think that Steph Simmons made the wrong decision when he went to Miami because we were bad. We only won 38 games. Simmons' numbers did jump up a bit this year, but we were the 10 seed in the play-in, and ultimately we didn't even earn a playoff spot. It'll be interesting to see if Steph Simmons ends up retiring here or if he keeps hooping. And it looks like he's going to keep it going. That means we got to root for the Heat in the draft lottery to land a good pick. We get number 10. Maybe we can make a good trade with this pick. We saw the Hawks completely mess up trade in the pick. So hopefully the Heat can actually make the right move here at number 10. We drafted Edmund Paxson. We did not trade the pick. Paxson comes in as a 73 overall. So he probably isn't going to be a franchise-changing player off the rip. And we don't really have time to waste with Steph Simmons being so old. At this point, Unc is headed into year 20 at 38 years old. And with the team not really showing any significant improvements, I doubt we're a contender this year. Cooper Flagg with another MVP. No All-NBA for Steph Simmons as the Heat were garbage again. 33 wins. And Simmons is going to be hitting free agency this summer. And the only major offer he has is to come back to the Heat. So it looks like that's what he's going to be doing. Steph Simmons will be spending year 21 in Miami. Hey, maybe they picked up somebody good to help him out. I didn't really pay attention to the draft. Maybe we traded our pick. I don't know. Okay, we didn't do anything. Yeah, this is going to be another rough year. All right, we get it, Cooper. You're good at basketball. Another MVP for him. And we missed out on the playoffs. Unless we're in the play-in, let me see. Bro does not want to retire, though. Steph Simmons still wants to keep it going. Did we make the play-in? We did as the 9 seed. No playoffs, though. And Simmons will be hitting free agency again this summer. When are you going to retire, man? This was year 21 for Steph Simmons. And apparently, he just wants to keep it pushing. It'll be interesting to see if he's spending year 22 in Miami, where he's probably going to struggle because this team's been garbage, or if he'll join an actually good basketball team. Oh, great. He's coming back to Miami. Welcome back to the Heat. At this point, I'm just going to come back to you guys once Steph Simmons retires, or if the team actually does something. But let's be honest, the team probably isn't doing anything because, yeah, y'all see the roster. Well, Steph Simmons ended up retiring at the end of his 22nd season at 41 years old. Ultimately, he only won 1 championship, but he did win 9 MVPs, a finals MVP, make 22 All-Star teams, 15 All-NBA first teams, and 3 All-NBA second teams. In addition to that, Steph Simmons was number 1 all-time in scoring with over 45,000 points, 4th in field goals made, 1st in threes made, 2nd in free throws made, 7th in rebounds, 3rd in assists, 1st in steals, and 2nd in minutes. That's it for the video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.